let's go fishing. You know it's really great, let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes, let's go fishing. It's easy when you try, floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike.
Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And Mike, it's been a rough week.
Well, weather-wise, it sure has.
Yeah.
It's changing from one to the other. Just
Yeah.
cold, then warms up, and then
can't
cold
make up
again.
its mind.
Yeah. Well, I seen that the Bradford pears is blooming, the Easter flowers is up, and the grass is turning green, and then the snow flies.
I know. I rolled in the driveway there this afternoon in from work, and dang Bradford pear trees there. I said, what in the world? I swear it had little old white buds sticking out on it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, it's something else. It's like when at the pond right there beside the road there, you couldn't hardly talk for the dang frogs were croaking.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, every little pond of water you went by, you just drowned out the radio with.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a fact.
They springs here.
Hey, good evening again, folks. And we know the Lady Vols are playing, but I don't know. It didn't look too good when I left the house. I don't know what the score is right now. But anyway, want to say hello to Dad and to Bill, and Mike Pennington. I got a picture from Mike. He's holding up two big crappie. My wife Sherry called me yesterday, I guess it was, said that there was somebody had posted something on Facebook or something there, a 16-pound crappie. I said, well, I'll tell you what, Sherry, if you believe that, just hold on till I get home. I said, that don't happen. I said, the dang Tennessee state record ain't but just a little over 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And this was caught, it was on there up in Minnesota or somewhere, but I think they thought that the pitcher ought to weigh 16 pounds because that woman was holding it way out there, you know.
Oh yeah.
I said I said you just don't believe that.
For a fish that it's supposed to live but about 5 years, and to weigh that kind of weight, you couldn't force feed him and make him gain that much weight.
Well, so I told her, I said, Google it. I said, Google that and see how long what the life expectancy of a crappie is. And on the average, about 7 years. Occasionally one might live 12 to 15, they say. So anyway, that might have been how old they thought that crappie was, and they got it mixed up with the weight.
Probably.
And, you know, they were ice fishing because they was in the hut, you know, so most of them augers is only cutting about, what, a 10, 12-inch hole?
Like that, yeah.
Yeah. So if they had one 16-pound, they'd never got it up.
Probably wouldn't have. Probably wouldn't have.
But anyway, hey, a good dream ain't bad at all.
Oh, no.
I mean,
you
know, I caught one weighed 27 pounds. But anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. Listen, folks, want to say thanks to old Jeff Parrott, our guest last week.
That's right.
I thought he done his homework, had a real good show with him, and a real interesting show on on the kayak fishing, and you know, their format is really good.
Oh yes, sir. It sure is.
You don't you know, you can fish launch in different places and that kind of thing. You know, puts you right on, you know, where you want to fish at, basically.
That's true. That's true.
You know, if you tried to paddle that thing, Mike, all the way from Kingston down to Blue Springs, you might not make it back in time.
Well, it probably wouldn't get down there.
Yeah. So you'd need your tent with you and some food with you and all that, because it'd take you about 2 or 3 days to get there.
That's right.
So, so that's a pretty good format they got. You know, it's really it's really good for what they're doing, and not a thing in the world wrong with it.
No.
You know,
No,
not a thing. And but like I said, I thought he presented a pretty good show there last week.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did. Oh, a picture? Yeah, let's show that picture of Mike Pennington there. Dylan? Oh, yeah, there he is right there, buddy.
Yes,
Now, them's 2 nice crappie. I think Mike, so he had 2 or 3 or 4, a couple of small ones, and then had them 2. I think them, he said, was about 16 inches.
yes, sir.
They was
whoppers
dandies.
down there.
But anyway, it's good to see him after them. That's great. And you do have a little bit of crappie film. We'll show that here in a little bit, for sure.
Yeah, I was talking to my buddy that used to be in the operators over there. He's retired now. He's talking about them crappie over on the Fort Loudon getting awful big too.
Yeah. Well,
Quite a few of them.
They, oh heck, Chuck's Randy. That's the guy. I'll get his name right here in a minute. But anyway, he fishes a lot on Fort Loudon over there. He likes to shoot them docks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and him and Jack Dunaway fishes together quite a bit, and they fish for them crappie down on Chickamauga and over on Loudon, and they like to shoot them docks, you know, and which they catch a lot of crappie.
Yeah.
Catch a lot of crappie. You got the little old short rod and shoot that little old fly back under that dock. He said you don't never touch it till it hits the bottom. Most of the time it's already got one on it.
Mm-hmm.
So makes a lot of sense. But anyway, we got the picture of Mr. Pennington on there. He may call us back here in a little bit and let us know about the depth finder. While I got your all's attention, let me bring this up about that men's night out up at Second Baptist Church there in Clinton. It's Friday, February the 28th, and it's creeping up on us pretty quick. Catfish dinner at 5:15, and then the main event's at 6:30 p.m. And they've got Hank Parker's going to be the guest speaker, and some music by Chris McDaniel, former member of Confederate Railroad, and that kind of stuff. So got some awesome door prizes. Mike, cost you $10 to buy a ticket to get in. I'm thinking that makes you eligible for the drawing, but I'm sure they've got, if you wanted to buy some extra tickets, you probably could, you know. So,
yeah.
Be a good thing right there. Men's night out, February the 28th, there at Second Baptist Church there in Clinton. All right.
I don't think they'd turn down any women either.
Oh, no.
Even though it says men's night out.
No, the couple of times I've been up there, the ladies were all back there doing the cooking and having things ready and doing a great job. I'm sure they'd appreciate any of the crowd they get. And the thing about it is they only have 500 tickets available.
Yeah.
So that would be the big thing right there.
Yeah, if you want to take your wife out for a catfish dinner, right there it is.
Yeah, sure would, Mike. Sure would. And that's something Mike Pennington said when he texted me that picture there about you. Said he's catching a lot of Mike's catfish.
I hope he catches all of them.
That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. Said, yeah, I'm catching a lot of Mike's catfish, along with them few crappie that he caught, you know. So that was good. That was really good. Let's see here. Make a note of this right quick. Picture. A gentleman I work with, he went down there at Reynolds and bought that Stratus
Yeah.
that Glenn had. Well, they got it all got it ready for Troy to pick up, and this guy come in there and wanted to buy it. Seen it sitting out there, and Troy said, I just got kind of pulled in there and walked over to look at the boat and said this guy was there looking at it and said he wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know, so
Price
that's
it.
what, yeah. I said,
Price it to him.
You should have, yeah. But anyway, he's got it, but that other fellow wanted to buy it. He told him he just bought it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and he said it was in real good shape. So anyway, glad that's gone. Do remember Reynolds Racing Marines got those bullets down there for sale, and got the Mercury repower bonus going on, and that kind of thing. So just a little reminder about that. If you're looking to go get a new engine or looking for a boat, whatever, I thought that was an awful good price on those bullet boats that he had, and with the new engine on it and everything, 4-stroke, 250, so that's a pretty good price. Anyway, we're going to move right along. Let's see, Mike. And you're telling me that the water, you was down by going to Harriman on the Little Emery side of the lake there. You said it was lowest you'd seen?
Yeah, it's foot below winter level.
Foot below winter level.
Yeah, or more.
That's pretty low.
Yeah.
That's getting on down there. I've seen it that way couple of times, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sure has.
Been a long time since it's been down that low, and
I guess because they expected more rain and trying to hold it, get it down before it gets in here again.
Yeah.
Floods everything out. Give them a place to store it, because I think Norris is so full they can't store no more up there.
I talked to a boy at work yesterday about that. He lives up that way, and he said, yeah, it was up in the woods.
Yeah, 'cause they saw about Mississippi flooding out and everything else.
Yeah.
I said, hey.
Yep. I don't know. Last thing I heard, they were still dropping water over the top of the gates up there at Norris.
Mm-hmm.
And Cherokee and Douglas is all dropping water too. So yeah, we've got it. We've had our share of rainfall. Ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah, way over 9 inches above normal right now.
Well, that's a lot of water. I don't know. Chucks, you got to be careful. You get a lot more water than what you want. So anyway, it doesn't make the fishing any better, Mike.
No.
I mean, nothing. It never settles down. It's always a backing up and or either pulling the plug on it, dropping the fool out of it, that kind of thing. So kind of keeps them fish all messed up.
Yeah, well, I don't think the current, whichever way it runs, bothers them as much as the mud. That colored water, it's just so hard for them to feed in that muddy water.
Well, cold, muddy water is no good. If you got water temperature that's 50 degrees and you get a warm rain and it runs that water temperature up there to 55, 56 degrees, look out.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they're going to come right up on the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen it too many times, the jig fishermen, and they'll wait till it gets, chocolate and go down there and take a jig pole and jig around and catch fish. And I like to flip whenever it gets up like that,
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you take 47-degree water and it's running in 45 degrees, it's not very good. Very few bites do I get when it's like that.
That's right. Yeah.
But if it's 47 and coming in 52, 53, you can get some bites.
Just, yeah.
For sure.
Them fish is going to move two different ways. Either one, to get something to eat, or two, to find the most comfortable water they can, whether it's up shallow or out deep. They're going to migrate one way or the other to try to find their comfort zone, or the warmest they can find, just like a human was going to. They ain't going to stand out there in the cold when they can step inside where it's warm.
I'll agree with that. That makes a lot of sense, Mike. Yep. I just never did do much good on that muddy water when it was cold. If like you got a warm rain comes and warmer water running in, look out, you can catch some.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Dylan, take us to a short break and we'll come back. Okay, bud.
It makes it pretty easy for a contractor to use us. We like I said, we pride ourselves in our work. Our work is all we have to offer, and feel like we give a contractor an honest day's work for his money.
Yeah. All right, David, I appreciate the history, and I appreciate you. I've been with you 19 years now. And I want to thank you all for being a sponsor of the fishing show, and I know you're an avid fisherman too.
Yes, I enjoy fishing, and and I appreciate the opportunity just to get to be on your show here for a minute, and
let people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TVA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, it's a good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, whether it be Barnhard. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David, I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're back. Let's see, Mike, there's one other thing I wanted to mention there before we went to that film. Wesley is supposed to have a tournament this coming Saturday, but they canceled it, put it off till the March the 7th, which I was glad of that. Give things another few days to settle back down. Maybe we could do a little better, just let things settle down a little bit. They're supposed to have a Bass Pro Shop high school tournament down on, was it Chickamauga or Guntersville? Dang, I had that schedule and took it back out of my briefcase. But anyway, Wesley was fishing the Kingston, Roane County High School invitational tournament there. They're going to have 3 of them on Watts Bar this spring, and so they'll pick back up. Like I said, they put it off till March the 7th. Be their first one, so we'll fish them and go on from there, see what happens. So anyway, Mike, let's see what kind of film you got.
Yeah, a little bit of crappie film there. Didn't quite get a full day in. We got rained out there Tuesday, and time I got a few things done and stopped and got some minnows and a little gas and got down to Caney Creek and put in. about 12 o'clock, so went from there and started hunting cleaner water. I never did find any, but, you know, got down the other side of Thief Neck down there, and it still had color to it. The cleanest water I found was seemed to be back into the pockets a little, or back in the hollers a little bit, you know, get off that main channel.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
I never got a strike out there on the channel, not even a catfish.
Well, dadgum, you really was in some bad water if you didn't get a catfish bite.
Yeah, I got one, but he wasn't out there on the channel.
Well, I've had boys at work been going down there. They've been standing under the tent down there at Kingston and around, and they caught 2 or 3 pretty good catfish, and they've been in there shallow.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the water has made a change from where it was going down to 45 degrees, back up to 50 degrees, and the minnows, you could see them in there, coming back up. It wasn't back out there 30 foot or more, you know. It seemed like I could see schools of minnows, you know, on the depth finder come back in there 20 foot, 15 foot at the shallowest, you know, and stuff. So it made a change there at one the water has. So, you know, we just have to try them every time you go down there and see what conditions you got to deal with and figure out where the fish is at.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. It's hard to. I mean, you know, like you said, you got to go down there and find them and that kind of thing. And the water's, you know, you drop in down there for a little while and hadn't had a chance to go. Not making excuses, but really didn't see a whole lot of, you know, need in it really.
Yeah.
With the water up and running hard like it was, and don't get me wrong, you can always catch a few fish in them conditions most of the time, but it's just been off and on every week.
Yes, sir.
They jerk it down 2 days, 3 days later, it'd be right back up full again, then jerk it back down, same thing. You know, it's just a constant thing there, and it hadn't got a chance to settle out and settle down.
Yeah, sure had.
Just run, you know, to keep ahead of all these rains we've got. So anyway, hopefully it'll get settled down here and we can get some fishing in, see what's going on. I tried to call Bill this afternoon on my way in from work and never got an answer. I wanted to see if he had heard anything from out Del Holla. You know, a couple of the guys was out there the other week and they quit early and went back home. So I'm sure that place is about like Watts Bar. You know, if not worse. Did say that the muddy water was all the way down to Sulphur Creek.
Sulphur Creek.
Yeah. And they caught some fish down the water. He said that this was back first of the week. That David Duvall and them had caught some fish down around First Island.
Yeah.
That water had cleared up down around First Island, and that's where they caught their fish at. So anyway, but the water was plumb up in the parking lots.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know, I don't know how much that's went down. I'm sure they pulled it down some, but a lot of water.
A lot of water.
A lot of water. Ain't no doubt about it. But that's the best report that I heard. I think they boated 8 or 9, Bill said, had 2 or 3 pretty good fish, but they were way down the lake to catch them and getting ahead of that muddy water as it's coming on down with them pulling the water. anyway, if you want to go to Facebook, you can get on Facebook, and they've got some pictures of the Eastport dock.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they had a terrible wash away up there, broke a bunch of the docks away, and this, that, and the other. So they got a lot of pictures on that. The last thing I saw on there was that the owner of the dock up there said that they would rebuild and put everything back to better than what it was, he said. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
They can find all the boats.
Well, yeah, I think they had a lot of them tied up down there at Sunset, waiting on the water to clear up and trash to get off the water. We're going to have to go back down there and pull a lot of the docks with the boats in them back upstream and this, that, and the other. So, but it really messed the place up pretty bad, according to what the picture said. So several people puts in up there, from this area, because it's about the closest place.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And but pretty good little haul from Eastport down to Sunset.
It is.
It is. Pretty good little run. So them docks and boats came a pretty good ways down the lake, Luckily, they wasn't scattered all over the trees and everything else. So, but anyway, we hope everything on that works out. If we hear anything about a good fishing report from out that way, we'll let y'all know next week and go from there. All right, you ready to show some film, Dylan? Yeah. Buddy, I wished you'd do it. I'm talked out. Go ahead.
Okay, folks. I'm down here at Caney Creek. We got rained out today. I down here and got me a few minnows put in. The water's pretty colored up here in the creek, but there's a few places up there that I passed by that look like it might have been cleared up. I'm gonna get out here and see if I can find out where that clear water's at. May have to go way on down the river. I don't know. But anyway, we got in here, it's 51-degree water temperature. And that's 51-degree water temperature. So we're gonna get rigged up here, idle out here and see what we can do with them. Maybe we can catch some. I see one other boat sitting up there toward the boat dock, fishing up through there. So I don't know. Them fish maybe done me move back up in here, and again they may not. I'm gonna try a spot or two, see what's going on. Stick with us. Remember the sponsors. Let's go fishing. All right, folks, we got one on here. Dandy, he's fighting like crazy. My goodness gracious. Yeah, yonder. Well, that's a good one. Real good. That's four-field frying pan up right there. Water's a little bit cleaner back here. Back off the channel a little ways. You can kind of tell the difference, but it's still got color in it. That sure is a dandy though. We'll try that again. That's what I saw. There you go, catfish. That rascal come tell you what, take something else. Something else. can't get them. Well, I got him, but he ain't big enough for nothing. We'll get back at him, see if we can find another one. Okay. I can do this a little better. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the one we're looking for. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Take many of them make a good mess. All right. Another one here. Oh, yeah. Get in there. Yeah. Be suspended. Yeah. All right, come in here. You probably keep. Rather have one of them begging. Yeah, he'll measure. A little over 10. We can get one more of them big ones. Oh yeah, there's another one. Oh, he's living though. No, let's open that another good one. He sure fought pretty hard. I don't think he gonna make the keep. We'll try him and see. Nah, he just stayed short. Just a little short. No, just ain't gonna make it up. Let's see if we can get one more here before dark. He sure did put up a fight. He's such a little crappie. Yeah. And one of them wax just a little. Quarter inch bigger. Back up and get back after. Okay, folks. I'm gonna have to head to the trailer. It's getting kind of late. Lost a few, caught a few. And if water clear on up, we might do a lot better. Anyway, I guess some of the suspended fish, 25, 30 foot of water and come up to 15, catch one and stuff, and catch some down there 20 foot. So anyway, we just have to keep beating at them. Maybe we can figure out where they're at and get the mud out of their eyes. I think we can do pretty good. But anyway, got 3 real nice ones, so we'll get up here and see you on the show Thursday night. And remember the sponsors, and let's go fishing.
All right, Mike. Is that your phone or what?
No.
You had 3 dandy.
Yeah.
3 dandy craw. I mean, one person. It was nice.
Yeah, had a whole couple of more that got off on me there that felt like they was real good fish. And then, like I say, I had 2 or 3 small ones I throwed back and stuff there, and one that was 10.5, 11 inches or something like that. So I had 4 fish altogether there that was keeper size. So yeah, it was tough to try to find them, that's for sure. And I think that deepest one was probably sitting right on 22 foot or something, and then the other 2 real good ones seemed like they was kind of suspended between 20 and 15 foot. Well, I was in 25, 27 foot of water and come up out of the structure, toward the top of it, and when they'd slam it, and they was hitting it. I mean, tell you, they was hitting it good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just no little nibble on it. They was knocked the fool out of it. So I think if that water clears up, man could do real good down there.
Yeah.
Just try to get cleaner water.
Well, that's true. When years past, heck, we put in there at Blue Springs, and the daggum ice would be inch thick, crunching the ice, and then go out there and circle around and get the waves of sloshing it and help break it up to get out there and catch some good crappie and do pretty dang good.
Yeah.
And it changes. It doesn't stay the same every year. Our weather's either wetter or colder or drier than from one year to the next, and so they don't always do the same thing.
No, they sure don't.
Especially with this muddy water. I'm like you. Them chartreuse minnows are hard to find.
Yeah, they are. But I fished, like I say, Caney Creek and went down to the other side of Thief Neck and out there on the channel, I couldn't tell any difference in the color of the water. So, I thought about it. If I had the time, I would have went down to Blue Springs and put in, or Maple Grove or something, and went on down to the lake to see if I could find some cleaner water. But, now it may clear up here before you know it.
Well, yeah, what happens, you notice, like, the back of the creek is the first place for it to clear up.
Yeah.
But it's the first place to muddy up.
It is.
And, that's just the way it is. And then they, when once the rain quits and the water's cleared up that's running in, and they're pulling water, the back of the creek is where it's going to clear up the quickest.
It is.
And it works just right reverse when it's raining and getting muddy.
But the biggest thing is how heavy a rains you get. If you keep getting them hard, heavy rains, then it starts keep bringing mud in. But if you get them slow, easy drizzle rains or something, then it ain't that much runoff, and it slowly runs off, and it clears things up. But,
them fish are not dummies.
No.
And you can go in, you can get in there, and if you've got a creek or a culvert or something that's running water off in the lake, that's the first place you want to throw. Guarantee it. Run to it, throw you a trick worm or something in that coming in water, because them fish know that it forces lizards and worms and crawdads and stuff right down in the lake with that turbulence running off that ditch line.
Yes.
Yeah. And most of the time, you can get a bite right there. That's just, they're not dummies. They know where the food's at and how to find it. You just got to figure out, think like they do.
Yes, sir.
And,
that's the reason they get around that structure, to get them ambush points.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. Caught a lot of fish where the water was running in. Watts Bar, Norse, Cherokee. Done it that way. Done it a lot. Over the years, and especially when I used to tournament fish a lot. If it was one of them rainy days, just head right in the back of I mean, get right back there where the water was running in if you could.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you made a couple of casts in there. If you didn't get one, go to the next place. Pretty much kind of a deal. So anyway, but yeah, I thought you had well, you know, the biggest thing I seen there, you probably spent too much time at the gas station trying to get your minerals and your gas. You should have had that done before you ever left the house, and then you could have spent that extra hour on the water.
Probably. But, you know,
I mean, I'm just throwing that out there for you to think about.
I didn't even really know what I was going to get to go to.
Well,
they said, hey, we ain't going to do nothing today. It's too wet and too much rain coming. I said, okay, I'm going.
Well, you might ought to start filling up on your way back in.
Yeah.
And the next time you won't have to waste all that time.
Yeah.
Just the thought, you know. Something for you to think about, more time on the water.
Mm-hmm.
Possibility of more bites.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm just aggravating you, Mike. You
I know.
Oh, my goodness. But, you know, seriously, can't wait till the things calm down, get back to some kind of normal, get the water cleared up, and maybe, you know, maybe we can get to go a trip. I hate Norse is way up in the woods, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know that they'll drop Norse a whole lot, and they may do it. You know, they may jerk her back down there.
Yeah,
you know,
they
15,
better get
20
ready for
feet.
some spring
Spring
rains.
water, yeah, yeah. You know, shucks. It seems like we've spilled water over the spill gates up there a lot more than what used to be.
Yes, sir.
Because they've changed the format up there. They don't drop it down near as far as they used to, and it takes a lot less water to fill her up.
It sure does.
So anyway, Mike, anything else you got going on you can tell us about?
No, I was hoping that electrician buddy over there, he give me a couple of jigs I want to try out that he's made there, and said let him know how I done on it. That's well, as soon as I get where I can go a little bit, and I'll see if I can flip them things a little bit and see what's going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
Good looking jigs. He started tying up and stuff.
Sounds good. You know, we had the anniversary show, I guess, last week. We talked about people we've had on the show and this kind of thing. Starting our 9th year here. There's a guy, fellow I work with, his nephew caught that, was it 53 or I think it's 53-pound rockfish on Norse a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tell you, he's holding that thing up there, man, it's a whopper.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, shoot, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. I can see you, no wonder a man lose baits on that.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have to run them down with the big motor. You couldn't stay up with the trolling motor.
We've done that time or two.
Yeah, sure have. Yep, better crank the big
Yeah.
motor.
Yeah.
Running out of line.
Yeah, done passed the knot.
Done
Said
passed
it ain't
the
too
knot.
good.
Yeah. You know, I saw old Kevin Van Dam. He was talking about that. You know, them reels hold 200 yards of line. He said, I don't do that. He said, put about 100 yards on there, tie me a knot, and put, you know, when he changes line and stuff there. Anyway, yeah, I hooked a big rockfish on Norse up there one day, and it was just all that thing, the drag of squalling, you know, trying to keep up with it, trolling motor. And I told him, Mike, I said, better crank the big motor. He's past the knot, and that's what it was. He run out on right down to the filler line there. I said, better. I knew it wasn't a very good knot either, you know, it was just to hold that fishing line. And so we cranked up and run the thing down. Took about another 30 minutes, but we finally got it in. Got my bait back, throwed it back in the water. But anyway, the fish anyway. Folks, do remember our sponsors. IUOE, Reynolds Racing Marine, Tim's Tires, Edgemore Outdoors, and Pamela Ann's. By the way, if you missed those strawberries they had last week for Valentine's Day, man, you missed it.
Yeah, they good, wasn't
They was good. I'm telling you, they was good. There's no doubt about it. They were delicious. And I surprised all the ladies in my family there with some strawberries, and they was tickled to death. So anyway, I guess you have to do that again next year, Mike.
Yeah.
All righty. We're going to see if we can get on the water this weekend sometime, folks. Bear with us, and hopefully we can get down there and maybe fish a few hours and get on some fish, Mike.
Yes.
I think conditions will let us. Anyway, God bless you all. We're going to sign off. We'll see y'all next week. Okay, folks, welcome to the Edgemore Outdoors. I'm over here with Vance and Jim today. They've had several customers in. Just to give you a little idea of the whole shop. You guys have seen it. You know what's in here. I mean, it's, you know, everything that you're looking for. And then let's keep getting all the new stuff in. So we're going to get over here to the counter and visit with Vance. He's been making a list. And we got a bunch of reels up on the cabinet. And we're going to take a look at that. You know, everything in the world in here. Fishing lures, lines, plastics, sunglasses, all kinds of baits, swim baits, jigs, spinner baits, plugs, rods, reels, boat saver. I mean, it's all here. So come by and see Edgemore. We'll get over here and see what Vance has got us here on the counter. All right, folks, I'm here with Vance behind the counter. Vance, what you got laid up here for us, bud?
What we got here is some newer Daiwa spinning reels and a Daiwa Tatula CT bait caster.
Uh-huh.
And then we also got a newer Lew's bait caster here. It's a Tournament Pro.
Yeah.
We got some new Dixie Custom feather stick rods here.
So now, you've been bragging about that rod a whole lot. Let's hear about it.
Well, this rod's a little bit lighter than the other models. It's also, the blank is made thinner. And
Yeah.
instead of just red foam, it's got actual red wind grips on there for it.
Uh-huh.
So that's a real nice rod there.
Well, I picked it up. I sure did like it. It is light about that, and it's got some good backbone to it to be that light. So that's a plus. Now, what about these two reels right here,
You got a Daiwa Revros here, that's $49.99.
Mm-hmm.
And a Daiwa Exceller here, $79.99.
And, well, I tell you what, they sure feel smooth to me.
They're light, they're smooth. It's a real good quality reel for the money there.
Okay.
We also got Mega Bass. Got
Yeah.
all that in here.
Got some Mega Bass
Got
and
Mega Bass, yep. We got some new braid, different kinds of braid that is fluorescent.
yeah.
Glows under high vis.
Okay.
Got the Tokyo rigs, got new VMC Nico shroom weights.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, folks, get by here, see Edgemore Outdoors. Jim or Vance will be here. Got live bait, night crawlers. I mean, you know, hey, if we don't have it here, you don't need it. So get by here and visit with Edgemore Outdoors. Hey, folks, here at Tim's Tires, there's the times that they're open. The day, you know, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturday. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.